Also, any of our football assistants that are here, come on up. All right, thank you. And with football, us going here toward the end, I want to thank you for sticking with us and recognizing these fine young men that we have here with us today. Also like to thank KLHS for broadcasting this, having us today, also the Kansas City Star and the Liberty Tribune for being here also, and also Scout.com for covering our signings. As we start off today with these seniors, we finished our year this year. We had 11 seniors. In this class, I talked about at our banquet, had been through a lot, and that they were our first football class that after we split high schools. And it was hard on our program, and that we lost a good chunk of athletes and the transition that it takes. Their first year as sophomores, we went 3-7. They went 4-6 as juniors. And this year, with a winning record and our first home playoff win in 10 years, I was very proud of this group, not only these 6 here, but all the rest of our ones that are going on without football, and what they accomplished and how they came together and set the tone for our program as it's rebounded through this. I'm going to talk about each of them individually a little bit and then go through and have them all sign with their colleges as we go. First, Andrew Fischel is a kicker. He'll be signing with Lincoln University. He's an all-conference performer. As a kicker, he's extremely accurate. We're able to do some things with him on kickoffs. But really, when you look at him with what he was able to do in our field goals when it's pressure time, and that's something for a kicker. He hit a field goal right before halftime in our homecoming game against Park Hill as time ran out at halftime, where we had got him in position to kick it. And then in our playoff game against Blue Springs South, Andrew was able to connect on 2 second-half field goals that both successfully put us up by 2 scores, which dramatically changed the game in playing against the defending state champs in that game. Just an outstanding kicker and a great young man in our program. Next, Jackson Gilly. Jackson signing with Central Missouri today. Jackson started 30 games in a row for us before injuring his leg on the final play of our regular season game. Jackson has been an all-conference and an all-district performer. As a coach, I like how he is relentless in practice and also in games. He goes hard all the time. And with a memory of Jackson, Jackson had a huge fumble recovery for a touchdown and sack against Rockhurst last year. We played out of William Jewell. Eric Greeley Jr. is with us today and will be signing with Missouri State University. Eric, I'd also like to mention his mother's watching online today. Daisha is in New Orleans and watching today. So thank her for joining us also. Eric's been an all-conference performer and all-district performer. He's also a 4-year starter after starting his career and starting as a freshman at Oak Park High School and being able to come over here. He also led our city in kickoff return average, and that'd be the whole entire metro in kickoff return average. And this year, when you look at some of the things that he was able to do, he opened a game against Ray Peck with a kickoff return for a touchdown and really set the tone for that game, got us off to a great start with that. And then also had us a great touchdown against Blue Springs South in a reverse this year. And Eric's one of those guys that started both ways, offense, defense, played special teams, and just a joy to coach and a great kid for us that we've had in our program. Moving along to our next one, Ben Laughlin. Ben is going to be signing today with Midland College. Ben's been a 2-year starter for us and an all-conference performer for the Blue Jays. One thing that Ben did, I was so proud of him this year. Against Rockhurst this year in Week 5, he injured his leg. We thought Ben was going to be out for the entire season. We got good news that, hey, it was possible. It wasn't as bad as they thought. He worked really hard, got back, and was able to help us as we won our playoff game. And as we went in to compete against Blue Springs, we eventually won state in that. And Ben just shows a lot about what hard work can do. He's really become one of our strongest people we've had in a while in the squat and the clean. And he's done a great job getting himself ready and the Blue Jays better with that. Colton Schindler is our next Blue Jay. Colton will be signing today with the University of Tulsa. Colton has had somewhat of a different path than some of our athletes in that he did not play football as freshman and sophomore year, played JV as a junior and really just learned the game. And then this year in 10 games, he was injured one game, in 10 games, played well enough that he had 7 Division I scholarship offers this year. He's an extremely talented athlete, And the thing with Colton, he went game to game and got better. And really not even game to game, practice to practice and got better. And was able to really improve and help us out. We have not used the tight end in our offense in a couple of years, and we were able to use one this year just because what he gave us an advantage on the field. And had a great year with us, and really proud of what he's done. In terms of some of the things I'd like to say, my favorite memory of Colton would be his touchdown catch he had against Blue Spring South this year. But actually, we put him on kickoff team, and he absolutely destroyed people. And we really just enjoyed coming in and watching our film or him running through some people and the things that he did. So very proud of him, and he'll be signing with the University of Tulsa. Matthew Zombo is our last athlete that'll be signing here today. He'll be signing with Central Missouri. Matthew's been a 3-year starter. Matthew has played numerous positions for us, and that he started at corner for 3 years, but also played wide receiver as a junior. This year we put him to running back, and we started seeing some of the things that Matthew was able to do with the ball in the summer, but really didn't know what we had until our first play from scrimmage this year against Winnetonka. On the very first play, Matthew went 80 yards. And it was from the 20-yard lines, we had a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. It really set the year off great for us. It set him up for just an incredible year where he was one of the leading rushers in Kansas City and Missouri. Ended up being an all-state performer, all-conference, all-district, and has a great career ahead of him as a football player. With Matthew, he also had a kickoff return to start a game, which was him and Eric really did a great job with that. And Coach Schneider, also coaching our kickoff return team, was able to have really set up a lot of games for us this year. I'd like to thank all their family and parents that are here today, and also all of our players that were able to come in and watch these great individuals sign. Go ahead and sign.